I am Joyce Fields. I'm 81 years old and I do YouTube Lives Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific time. And I usually go until around 5:30 a.m. So I love doing these lives because I share the advice that I have gained in my 81 years of living on this planet. And people get a lot out of it based on the comments that I get. They get a whole lot out of it. So, and I'm very happy to share it. Hey, Charles. Um, and what I do is, now I'm a TikTok veteran. I have done over 500 TikTok lives. I love doing these lives, like I said. And the lives are entitled Undifficult Your Life. I was telling y'all that I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So TikTok changed their community guidelines, violations, or whatever in September. And I didn't think I was going to be able to, I thought that they were too restrictive. And also, they increased the price for subscription. And now here on YouTube, there is no price. Subscription or subscribing is free. And so TikTok was going to increase it. Now, I have done over 500 TikTok lives, but I did my last TikTok live on August 29th. And the way the universe worked it out, it just absolutely blows my mind. That was Friday, August 29th. And then I did my very first YouTube live the following Monday, September 1st. So, I totally believe in God, the universe, whatever you call your higher power. And so the way that it worked out, it was just fabulous. I could not have asked for more. And I'm all about, I believe in signs and stuff like that. So that was a good sign. And my YouTube subscribers are growing. And I think I've got almost 2,000. And so on TikTok, it's still growing, close to 54,000 followers. And that just absolutely blows me away because, good morning, I'm 81 years old. I never dreamed that I would have almost 54,000 followers on TikTok. And I didn't think that I would even get 1,000. So, and it's still growing because I still post. Oh, thank you. I still post every day on TikTok. I love TikTok, but I can't stand the way they're doing it now. And I'm prepared to get rid of it altogether if and when it comes to that. But I still post on it every day. And now I just do my lives here on YouTube. And so YouTube, the subscribing is free. So subscribe, y'all, and share. I'm going to be sharing advice with y'all that will help you. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And that's exactly what the advice that I share. I share 4 pillars of advice. That's what that does. It undifficults your life. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. I tell you how you do that. I don't just say these things. I tell you how to do it, And pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. And if you are raising toddlers, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3, stay calm. There is so much power in your ability to stay calm. I cannot emphasize that enough. You lose your power when you become angry. Don't do that to yourself. And I'll go into that deeper in pillar number 3 when I get there. Now, throughout my lives, I do what I call helpful hand visuals. Excuse me. And I call them that because this year, in one of my TikTok lives, one of my viewers, her name is Jessie Knott, and she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. Now, what she was talking about is gestures that I do with my hands in combination with the words that are coming out of my mouth. And this is my gift, y'all. Everybody, God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, everybody has been gifted. And so this is my gift. And I am gifted with the ability to communicate philosophies, concepts, illustrations, examples, and all of that. Like this is the helpful hand visuals that I do in combination with the words coming out of my mouth, and it communicates all of those things that I just said, the philosophies, concepts, and all of that, from my mind to y'all's mind. Okay? Now, a lot of y'all are saying, yeah, right. Or, yeah, you got to see it to believe it. But I'm telling you right now, I do these helpful hand visuals in every live that I do, and they really have an impact on the viewers. So stay with me. I do a helpful hand visual in pillar number 1. And when I do the one for pillar number 3, though, that, when I did it the first time this year, and it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. I did it for my man. His name is Pap. It's spelled P-A-P. His real name is Fred. And I did it for him, and it blew his mind. It blows my mind, too. And speaking of my man, like I said, his name is Pap, P-A-P. We have been together for 68 years. You heard that correctly. We have been together for 68 years. Yes. We have been married for, we just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd. We've been together since we were both 13 years old. He turned 82 on September 22nd, and I turned 81, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I'm so happy to be 81 years old. I turned 81 on February 4th, and I'm looking forward to 82. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I say, girl, you're 81 years old. It blows my mind. I don't feel it. People say I don't look it, I don't sound it. I don't know what 81 is supposed to look like. I don't know what 81 is supposed to sound like. I don't know what 81 is supposed to feel like. I don't feel any differently at 81 than I did when I was in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, my 70s, for real. And if I have time, I'll tell y'all. I got 90 minutes to tell y'all all these 4 pillars. And now I'm going to show y'all a picture of me and Pap when we were 25 years old and then when we were 80 years old. So here is this picture. 25 years old, y'all. Okay, this is 1969. We were 25 years old. Been together since we were 13. It blows my mind too, y'all. I don't take it for granted. It trips me right out. Okay. Now this picture is last year on our 57th wedding anniversary. We were both 80 years old on this picture. Okay. Yeah. Now here, this is 25 and 80. How you like that? 25 and 80. It truly is a blessing, and we know it. Oh my goodness, watching from Kenya. Good, thank you. So this is, I love pictures that show the passage of time. Let me see. So now back to pillar number 3. I told y'all when I did the helpful hand visual for Pap, it blew his mind. He's still doing it. For real. And when I get there for pillar number 3, I'm sure it's going to blow a lot of y'all's minds too. Okay? So stay tuned. Then there's 4 pillars. There are 4 pillars. And the fourth one, oh, thank you. The fourth pillar is remember the 4 words that will immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Okay? So now, and I'm going to be asking y'all questions. And I would love for y'all to respond promptly as you can. And I know this is technology, and it ain't as lickety split sometimes as we think it should be. Okay, so everybody I know is having problems, concerns with their phones. Everybody I know, and so me and Pat was sitting there one day, and my phone was on the TV tray, and all of a sudden Siri came on. I ain't even touched it. I ain't touched the phone. So you see, that's where it was. And I ain't gonna ask them to fix it because I'm afraid that they're gonna mess it up worse than it is. So I don't even want them to touch it. So now back to these pillars. Pillar number 1. And also I was just explaining to y'all, telling y'all that I'm going to be asking questions, and I would love to get quick responses as quickly as you can because I'm running out of time. See, this is 90 minutes. I only got 90 minutes here. And oh, honey, I got so much more than 90 minutes, but I have to cut it short because I do have other things to do, okay? So now, I'm going to ask y'all this question. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to ask you a question yet. Now, the pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Yeah, thanks, Julia. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Did you ever think about the fact that, or do you ever think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? 2. That's it. 2 attitudes. Only 2 attitudes that you can have. A negative attitude or a positive attitude. That's it. There is not a third one, y'all. And here is what I have learned in my 81 years. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. Nobody would absolutely, objectively choose to have a negative attitude. You see, think about that. You don't choose to have a negative attitude. But if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a choice. And I'm going to get deeper into it. A positive attitude is a choice. Share the live, y'all, because I want to be able to share this advice with a whole lot of people. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And I would like to undifficult the life of a whole lot of people. So please share this live. And tell other people about it as well. Because the advice that I share with y'all, that I have, I live it. I know that it works. And I have been gifted with the ability to transfer how I do it to y'all. And it's Undifficult Your Life. That's the name of the title of my lives, okay? So 2 attitudes that you can have. There's not a third one. And if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and it is a deliberate effort that you have to make. It's an on-purpose effort that you have to make. It's an intentional effort that you have to make. If you don't make that, if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you almost certainly will have a negative one. It's like it is a default, y'all. Now, like I said, I've been using this advice. I'm 81 years old. I've been using this advice since I was about 10. For real. And I tell Pap frequently that I live a virtually stress-free life. And I want to share with y'all how it is done. It's not difficult. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. Okay? So undifficult your life. Choose to have a positive attitude. And the way you do that is, you're welcome, you write a program. You write a program. And the way you write a program is you say it out loud. Share the live, y'all. Here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat that. That's the program that you write, and that's what you say out loud. And I don't care who's around you. It gives you a chance to spread positivity. You see? Bring it, okay? Yeah. So say it out loud. Here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And it is a lifelong process, y'all, every day. Say it out loud. Some people say you say these programs in your mind. I say no, When you say it only in your mind, that's only one element that you are using out of your spirit, okay? One element. When you say it out loud, that's 3 elements. You speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psychic. You say it out loud. Now, here's what you say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to give y'all so many tips on how this is done. Okay, so don't sweat it. Don't be concerned, because I'm going to tell you it's a blueprint, okay? So from now on, that means, this is what I'm telling you, you can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. You don't have to choose to have one right now. You can think about it, but you can choose to have one right now. So you know a positive attitude is going to be to your advantage. You know it's not a bad thing, okay? You already know that. So when you write that program, what that says is, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from now on, from this point forward, you can say it out loud to your family and friends. You can say, don't throw up to me what my attitude was like yesterday or last week. It doesn't matter what my attitude was like. My program that I wrote says, from now on, that means from this point forward, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And that's what you do. You work on, and it's a process. It's a lifelong process to have a positive attitude. But when you say those words, when you write that program and you say it out loud, it's like a positive attitude. It turns into a plug in your hand, you see? And I'm doing a helpful hand visual. I didn't even realize that I was. It's like a plug that you're holding in your hand. Imagine that I'm holding a big plug, and you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul, and it absolutely electrifies you. It kicks your behind and makes you become a vibrant part of your own life. That's what a positive attitude does. For real. You know, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. Now, I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. Okay? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Here's what a negative attitude looks like. These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. Now, in the meantime, what my hands are doing, share the live, y'all. I'm doing a helpful hand visual. My hands are, what they're doing is representing positive elements that are flying through the universe at all times, constantly flying through the universe. Good things. They open portals, they open doors, they open windows for you when you have a positive attitude. When you have a negative attitude, all these positive elements are flying over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. You see? Now, when you say this program out loud, when you say these words, this is the program that you write. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here's what happens to you. Okay, on the count of 3, I'm going to show you what happens. 1, 2, 3. Here's what happens. You see? What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. You see that? Good morning, everybody. Come on, give me some responses. That helpful hand visual, put it into perspective for you. Did it come from, was I successful in conveying it or communicating it from my mind to y'all's mind? Come on. Okay, thank you. Come on, give me some responses. Did I effectively communicate that? Did you see what happens when you have a positive attitude as opposed to a negative attitude? You see how all these positive forces are just flying over your head? Come on, give me some responses. YouTube says I have 140 people on here. I would love to see some more responses. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Was I successful in communicating that? Okay, sure did. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, CC Philly. Thanks, JK. Thank you, Sandra. Thanks, Chastity. Appreciate it very much. It makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so now I am going to read y'all a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you. But I told you, you can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. Okay? Now, these words are like personality traits, personality characteristics. Okay? So here are the words. Anger. Oh, I'm also going to read you a list of words that will guide you on your path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Okay, now I'm going to read you the list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And like I said, it might be you. But not to worry, you can choose to have a positive attitude anytime you want to. Anger, envy, sorrow, regret, share the live, y'all, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Back up to the top. The very first word is anger. You're very welcome, y'all. Anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Are you the one who is full of anger, who's angry? That is negative. How about resentment and holding grudges? Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges? Are you the one who is full of resentment, who holds grudges. That is negative. I'm going to come back to it though, because that's real big these days. Probably always has been. How about lies and dishonesty? Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Are you the liar? Are you the dishonest one? That is negative. Now, back up to resentment and holding grudges. If you are full of resentment, if you hold grudges against other people, share the live, y'all. I love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. If you are doing that, full of resentment and holding grudges against others, I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before. That is, you are living in the past. You heard me. You are living in the past because you're holding on to something that happened. Past tense, it happened. There is nothing that the people that did it to you can do to change it, and there is nothing that you can do to change it. You're holding on to something that happened. What can be done about it? Nothing. You must forgive them. You must forgive them. I don't care who it was or what they did. You must forgive them for you to have an improved life, for you to undifficult your life. None about nothing. It's not, and people say that on my lives all the time. They'll say, and what if it was this? And what if it was that? It doesn't matter, because I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. It's damaging you. Think about it. It's damaging you. These are all things that I call the uglies. When you hold on to the uglies, anger, resentment, dishonesty, lying, guilt, regret, all of that, when you hold on to that stuff, it damages your insides. It damages your soul. It damages your spirit. It doesn't do anything to the people you're holding the resentment towards or the grudges against. Nothing. And when you open your eyes, you will understand that. Now, I want you to open your eyes. If those of you who are on my live full of resentment and holding grudges, I'm going to tell you some stuff that can really, really help you. Now, when you hold grudges and full of resentment, it creates what I call an internal, invisible burden on your spirit, on your soul, on your cells, on your blood, on your organs. Now open your eyes. I was saying that a few seconds ago. Look around you. Most of the people, if you know them, that hold grudges and are full of resentment, they are also on pharmaceutical medications. A lot of them are. They are not in the best of health, and they are not aging well either. When you hold on to the uglies eat you up. Think about it. Think about it. It's not doing anything to the people that you're holding the grudges or the whatever ugliness you're holding against them. It's not doing anything to them. They're still enjoying in life, or maybe they have their own issues. Okay, so they're holding grudges. They may be holding grudges too. You see? So I'm telling you, look around you. A lot of people who are full of resentment and who hold grudges are on pharmaceutical medications. Like I said, they're not in the best of health. Think about it, y'all. It doesn't pay. You must forgive. And I'm going to tell you how you forgive. Yeah. Yeah, it affects everything about your life. So if you forgive, I'm going to, oh my God, it's just, okay, I'm going to give you some examples what has happened on my life. So now, I'm 81 years old. When I was a kid, um, there was no such thing as text message. There was no such thing as email. There was no such thing as a video call. I'm saying that to say this. Y'all can use any of those technologies to forgive them. You can send them a text message and tell them you forgive them. You can do a video call and tell them you forgive them. But now let me tell you this too. You forgive them. Some people will tell you to forgive and forget. Hell no. Hell no. You don't ever forget. You would be a total idiot to forget. Don't do that. Keep it on the back burner on the stove, but don't hold any resentment towards because you're holding it on the back burner. That's the way you make sure that it doesn't happen to you again. You don't forget it. Don't even listen to anybody to tell you to forget it. You forgive, but you don't ever forget. Now, to forgive does not mean you go back into their lives or welcome them back into yours. But that's a beautiful thing. If everybody agrees to that, okay? That's a beautiful thing. But you don't have to do that. You can just forgive them and go on with your life healthily, healthfully, and healthily, okay? So now, if you don't want to have anything else to do with them, don't quote the Bible in my lives. I don't believe in the Bible. I'm not religious. I talk to God all day, and God ain't got no religion, okay? So no politics, no religion. I am saying that to everybody on my live. If you're thinking about putting up a comment about politics or religion, don't do it because my moderators will handle you accordingly. They are really good. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen these signs where they say somebody was hidden or somebody was timed out or something like that. My moderators are good. They won't let that stuff slide. So I'm not religious. I don't deal with politics or religion. I have no use for either one of them, okay? Now, okay. Where was I? I'm going to rewind, y'all. All right, yeah, I know where I was. Forgive, right? So, if you don't want to have anything else to do, I told you you can forgive by text message or whatever else, but don't forget, don't ever forget. If you don't want anything else to do with them, you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. Come on, y'all, share this live because I sure would love to share this advice with a whole lot more people. So, now, you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, it was there when the mess happened to you. It was there. It knows. Okay? So, now, when I ask this question, and I ask this in every live that I do, when I made that comment about the fact that God or the universe or whatever you call your higher, now I'm going to make another comment. It sees what you do right now. It hears what you say right now, and it reads your thoughts right now. I make that comment in every live that I do when I come to this forgiveness part. God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. Now, here's a question that I ask in every live that I do, and it amazes me how many yeses I get. Here's the question. Did what I just said bring that more sharply into your consciousness? And now you will Think about what you say, do, and think. A lot more. Okay? Now, come on, give me some responses. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Come on, give me some responses. Did that cause you to think about very seriously now, what you are going to be saying, doing, and thinking from now on? Come on, give me some responses. YouTube says, oh, good, they're coming in. It says I got 162 people on here, so good. Yeah, good, wonderful. See, I'm telling you, it amazes me. It amazes me. When I said that is the God, universe, or whatever you call your higher power, sees everything you do, hears everything you say, reads your thoughts. When I ask that question, and when I ask them if they're going to be more aware of what they do, say, and think, I'm telling you, wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. Share this live, y'all. So now I'm going to give y'all, no, I haven't gotten to that yet, because I'm going to tell you how you forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. Say it out loud to the universe, and I don't care who's around you. So it may be people around you who know what you're talking about, what you're forgiving, and they will help you to tell the people that you forgive them, okay? So say it out loud. Here's what you say. Universe, I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. I'm going to repeat that. Universe, I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. The universe was there. It knows what you're talking about, okay? Now, I'm going to give y'all 4 examples of what has happened on my lives of people who have done that. Now, use your hand like I use mine. It symbolizes you're touching the universe, you're touching spirit, okay? So now, 4 examples. Example number 1, young lady said, I forgave my dad like that, and I immediately burst into tears. The second young lady said, I forgave myself like that, and you can forgive yourself. The universe saw what you did or heard what you said. You ain't no different. You see, you can forgive yourself. So she said, I forgave myself like that, and I immediately burst into tears. The third one was a young man, and he said, I forgave, and I felt my spirit shift. You see? So now I'm going to save the fourth one for a few, and I'll share that with you in a few minutes. Now, those 3 people, the 2 that immediately burst into tears, and the young man who forgave and felt his spirit shift, that's why. Because I told y'all, now some of y'all may have come on later, but you can go back and do the replays. You can look at the replays. I say the same, I use the same 4 pillars. I explain and describe the same 4 pillars in every live that I do. But every live that I do is different. No, Kevin, no Jesus on my lives, okay? I don't do that. And the people who are here on my lives, if you put that stuff up, my moderators will remove it, okay? So don't even waste your time. So go, take it to a place where there is religion. Some people got religious lives. Okay, find them. Okay. So those 3, because I told y'all earlier, when you hold on to resentment and unforgiveness and holding grudges and all of that, it creates an invisible internal burden on your spirit, on your soul, on your cells, on your blood, on your organs, on everything. So when you forgive, it's like what the Shelster calls a pressure release valve. And when you forgive, it goes psst. You see? It releases pressure off of your spirit, off of your soul, off of your whole being. That is why they burst into tears. That is why he felt his spirit shift. Now, the fourth example is a viewer by the name of Patricia. Patricia had been watching my lives, and she had been holding a grudge against her mother for over, get ready for this, y'all, over 40 years. Yeah, she had been holding a grudge against her mother for over 40 years. She forgave her mother. Now, that's 40 years worth of Mother's Days and all kinds of other stuff, but especially Mother's Days. She forgave her mother, and then she and her mother spent this past Mother's Day together for the first time. 2025 Mother's Day, the first time in over 40 years. Oh my God. She came up as a guest on my TikTok Live, and she described what it was. And I think it's on my TikTok page. When you go over to my TikTok page, I got a lot of good content over there. I got a lot of good content over here too. But I have a lot more on TikTok. And my username is the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. Hey, Japan. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Shells. So, hey, Japan. So now, it's JJ Fields and the number 7. That's what my username is on TikTok. And I'm still posting every day, and I'm still getting new followers every day. So the content is really great, y'all. All my content is positive. It is helpful. It is useful, okay? Everything. Here on YouTube as well. So now, where was I? Okay, I told you about Patricia. I got so full when she came up and shared with us, and shared with us how it went for her and her mother. I just was so happy that the advice that I shared did that for, and it does that for a lot of people based on the comments that I get, y'all. And on my TikTok page, I have a lot of comments that people, my moderators do screenshots and then send me the comments and I post them, okay? So now, that's how you forgive. By saying it out loud to the universe. If you don't ever want to have anything else to do with them, okay? So that's the way you forgive. Does that make sense? Come on, y'all. Give me some responses. Give me some responses, y'all. That makes sense? Come on, be quicker. Be quicker. That is the way you forgive. Oh, wonderful. Yes. Great. More or less, okay. I don't have time to repeat stuff. I got 90 minutes and I got 4 pillars. And YouTube, that's one of the things that I love about YouTube. I get it. It makes sense. Very good. Very good. They post the lives. So every live that I do, they put up the replay. So you can go back and, yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks, Shells. So now, because I don't have time, and also don't have time to read comments that are super duper long. And now once in a while, not once in a while, every so often I look down. See, I'm looking up here above the comments. I see the comments coming in through my peripheral vision. I see them. But I don't, I have to deliberately, as I'm getting ready to do right now, I have to deliberately look down to read a comment. Okay, have you guys? Okay, now it has nothing to do with my live. So, Raccoon, you're going to be timed out or removed, or my moderators will do something with you. So don't say that. That kind of stuff has nothing to do with the live that I'm doing. Okay, and you are one of the people that really need to listen to the advice that I share. So yeah, I'm looking. Okay, good. Those are some long comments, but I do stop to read them. So now back to my live. All right, now, that's the way you forgive. And you can say it through technology or you can say it to the universe. So, all right, so now, forgive. Now I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before. You live your life by a ratio. R-A-T-I-O. R-A-T-I-O. Ratio. I'm going to explain what it is exactly and how you use it. But now I'm going to ask you this question. And I only want answers that say no. If you already know what a ratio is, please don't respond with a yes. And I almost always get some kind of smart ass, but I can't control that. But I'm just asking y'all. So I only want responses that say no. So I'm going to ask you a question. Here's the question. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? I'm going to explain what a ratio is, exactly what it is, okay? Okay, good. All right, any more responses? Did you know that you live your life by a ratio? Good. Okay. A ratio is a very simple tool. Share the live, y'all. I still have quite a bit of time, till about 5:30, 5:35. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely, I said it will definitely, not maybe, not possibly, it will definitely help you to better control your life. Yes. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. Now I'm going to explain what it is. You control your ratio. You set your ratio. You control it because you can adjust it. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it. Only you can control your ratio. Nobody else even knows about it unless you tell them, okay? Which is what I'm doing right now, telling y'all. But now, and when you do tell them, that may help a lot of other people in your family or friends, So here, my ratio is 80-20. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Share the live, y'all. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. Don't you think it's worth sharing with a whole lot more people? I sure hope so. So, some people on my lives say their ratio, they're going to set it at 75-25. Some say 60-40. One person said 50-50. And, okay, good. I said, no, that's too low. Half the time you're negative, half the time you're positive. Oh, no, I don't like it that way. So, but that's him, If you want to set what you set your ratio for whatever you want it to be. Okay. So 80-20, I don't own that. Anybody can use it. Mine is 80-20. Now, here's how you use it. 80% of the time, I'm in the positive attitude mode. 20%, I'm happy being there. I'm happy being in the positive attitude mode. 20% of the time, I can be, but you hear I didn't say I was happy. I can be in the negative attitude mode, okay? So now, what that means is back over to the positive side. Oh yeah, that's true. So what my 80-20 means, and if you choose 80-20, it will be the same for you. But use the whatever portion you use for positive and whatever portion you use for negative. That's fine. So with my 80-20, that means that 80% of the time I honor the programs that I write, okay? 80% of the time, I do what is right, what is fair, what is honest, what is considerate, what is kind. All of those things, positive things. 20% of the time, I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. But that negative attitude mode can never include three things. Three things. It can never include physical abuse. You can never hit people. You can never throw things. It can never include verbal abuse. That's number two. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. And number three, thanks to one of my viewers, her username is Midnight, and she asked me to include tone of voice, and I was happy to do so because it ain't what you say, is how you say it. Okay? It ain't what you say, is how you say it. So you can't use an ugly tone of voice to anybody. Those three things you cannot do. You cannot be physically abusive. You can't hit people. You can't throw things. Verbally abusive. You can't cuss people out. You can't insult people. And you cannot use an ugly tone of voice with anybody. Okay? So now, those three things. Now back over to the positive attitude mode. I'm going to give y'all an example of a behavior. It's not truth of mine. It's a behavior of mine. It's I just made it up to show y'all how you can change your behavior. Any behavior that you have, you can change it by writing a program. So here is, I'm going to do a behavior that is not true, but it shows you how you can take whatever this example is that I give you, and you can put it on whatever behavior it is that you want to change. So now, here's the example behavior that I have that I don't have really, okay? So, I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Now, here is the program that I write to change that behavior. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. Then tomorrow comes and you eat 10 cookies, and the next days, weeks, months come, and you're still eating 10 cookies. Now, what that means is 80% of the time you will honor the program that you wrote. If you choose 80-20 ratio, you will honor the program that you wrote. But 20% of the time, that is your wiggle room, or whatever percentage you attach to your negative attitude mode. So that is your wiggle room. That just means that you can go back up to 11. You can even go up to 12. You see? That's I call it cheating room or wiggle room. So that is how you use your ratio. Like I said, nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. So can y'all use that ratio? Come on, give me some responses, and please share the live. I would love to be able to share this with a whole lot more people. And it doesn't cost you anything to share the live, y'all. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, good. I'm glad to see y'all can use that ratio. Now, do you agree that that will help you to undifficult your life? That will help you to better control your life? Do you agree with that? Come on, give me some responses. YouTube says I have 81 people on here. Come on. Come on, y'all. Be quicker with y'all's responses, please. Come on. Okay, great. Uh-huh. Good deal. And I had a viewer on my live, and I posted it on my YouTube page. She said that she had an eating disorder, and she went from 6 meals a day to 5 to 4 to 3. At that time, she was now at 3, and now 3, she said, thanks to her advice, talking about the advice that I share. So that's how she used the program. So people have used it to stop smoking and all kinds of stuff. So once you write that program and you say it out loud, in a lot of cases, that's all she wrote. That's all you need to do. When you say this out loud, you're not going to make yourself a liar. And if you do, you're not your own friend. That's all I can say. You're not going to make yourself a liar. Say it out loud. Okay? Now, that's pillar number 1. Spirit came to me in the month of June. Spirit will come to you when you have a positive attitude. Inner peace will come to you when you have a positive attitude. But they will not come if you have a negative attitude. A negative attitude repels inner peace. A negative attitude repels spirit coming to you. Look, here's another helpful hand visual. This is you in the form of spirit, in the form of inner peace. Yes, you're speaking life over yourself. Definitely. Do it all the time. Now, would you land on a person that has a negative attitude if you were spirit, if you were inner peace? Okay? I wouldn't. So would you land on a person who has a negative attitude? Now, Spirit came to me and told me, like I told y'all, in the month of June. I remember that because it was near my sister's birthday, which is her birthday is June 22nd. And said to me, Joyce, there's such a thing as outer peace. I said, huh? Outer peace? So Spirit explained it. Inner peace can never be disturbed, can never be destroyed. Hey, UK. Inner peace can never be disturbed, can never be destroyed. Outer peace can be disturbed. Outer peace can be destroyed. Thank you. So the example that now inner peace is sown into your soul, into your spirit, into your very being. When you have inner peace, nothing can disturb it, nothing can destroy it. But outer peace can be disturbed, can be destroyed. So outer peace, and this is what I say in every live that I do, is, for instance, if you're trying to study or if you're trying to sleep and somebody is making noises either in the same room, share the live, y'all, in the same room or, yes, downstairs, upstairs, across the street, down the hall, whatever, making noises, and that is disturbing your outer peace, you see? Now, there are laws on the books in just about every state in this country for disturbing the peace. You can call the cops on people for disturbing the peace. You see? So, inner peace cannot be destroyed or disturbed. Outer peace can. Now, outer peace, I'm talking about that. Now, if anybody in your family, and it's usually people in your family that are doing things to disturb your outer peace, okay, disturb your peace, I suggest that you handle it this way. Always handle other people kindly, diplomatically, not harshly, not like you're mad or whatever. Don't do that. It affects you as well. So don't think. Do yourself a favor too. Okay. So say it kindly. Tell them like this. Now I love y'all dearly. I really do. But when y'all do such and such, or when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. They are not obligated to change their behavior because you told them that, but you're obligated to tell anybody that what they're doing is disturbing your peace. And that includes your mama. And I'm going to tell you how you deal with her too. Okay. Now, you watch them and to see if they are going to change their behavior. But when you tell them, you can't cuss them out. Like I said, you got to be kind. You got to be diplomatic. And you watch them to see if they're going to change their behavior. And you give them enough time. And if they don't, then it gives you the responsibility to come back and say, now, I love y'all dearly. I already told y'all that. But when y'all do such and such, when y'all say such and such, I told y'all that disturbs my peace. And y'all still doing it. That leaves me no choice. I must protect my peace. I must protect my peace. Now, I'm going to talk to the trolls on here right now. When you say these kinds of things, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't even faze me. You understand that? You are the kind of person that really should listen to the advice that I share, okay? So you really should listen. So trolls don't bother me, and that is y'all's word. I'm 81 years old. I'd never even heard the word trolls. Thank you. You're very welcome. I never heard the word trolls until maybe a year or so ago. So trolls, I feel sorry for trolls. I really do. Because trolls live a very sad existence. It's sad that you would deliberately try to shock someone or insult someone or whatever. So no, what you are doing, all these trolls that want to be trolls on my life, I've had trolls apologize to me. Oh, for real. I've had trolls apologize to me. Because it doesn't bother me. It reflects on you. You're hiding behind a username, but you know who you are. So enough of that. Now, I was talking about disturbing your peace. See, I rewound and I got back where I was. I'm 81. So when you get to be 81, sometimes you're going to forget too. But 80% of the time, see, 80-20, 80% of the time, I get back to where I was. So when you tell them that they're disturbing your peace, they're not obligated, but you give them an opportunity to change. If they don't, then I tell you, you can have three options. You can make up another one, but thank you. I give you three options. Option one, you got to tell them, now, I told y'all whatever you're doing and whatever, and you're still doing it. So that leaves me no choice. Option one, I have to feed y'all with a long handled spoon. Or you can say option two, I have to love y'all from a distance. Or option three, you can say, I got to stop coming around y'all. Any of those options. And if you come up with a fourth one, that's fine too, okay? So now, if it's your mama that's disturbing your peace, now all of these things, these options for you, happen after you write the program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Okay, that's the program that you write. And that means from this point forward, tell the people in your life that doesn't matter how your attitude was yesterday, so don't throw it up at me about what my attitude was like. From now on, I'm working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. So there. Okay. So now, hold on. Positive attitude. I'm always talking about positive attitude. Oh, yeah, your mama. Your mama disturbing your peace. Here you are. This is your mama disturbing your peace. Here you are. Thanks, Ace. Coming in, getting your peace disturbed. Okay? Now, you tell your mama, Mama, I love you dearly. I really and truly do. But when you do such and such, or when you say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Some mamas will respond with, what peace? Or you ain't got no peace. Okay? Leave her alone. She's responsible for you and being in this world. So now, when you write that program and you say it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You raise your frequency. You raise your vibration. You see? Your mama's still down here doing it, but you're no longer down here on this frequency, on this vibration. You're up here. You are now able to look at her behavior and it doesn't bother you because you're on a whole nother vibration, a whole nother frequency, you see? Did y'all get that? Did I explain that clearly? Did I explain that? Come on, y'all. Give me some responses. Oh, Ace, I only use coconut oil on my skin. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my skin. I only use coconut oil, y'all. I don't use all these lotions that you buy and all that stuff. Not that you buy, because you got to buy coconut oil. But I don't use all that stuff. It's got too many chemicals in it, you know. So I'm a breast cancer survivor and a stroke survivor. All I use on my skin is coconut oil. And on my feet, I use castor oil. Okay, come on. Did I describe that sufficiently to forgive? Come on. To not allow people to disturb your peace? Okay, come on, y'all. All right. It doesn't matter what brand. Organic, unrefined. Organic, unrefined. Oh, I don't like castor oil on my face. It's too thick. You know, I use coconut oil, so. But that's fine, you know. Yeah. Because castor oil is good on anything. Yeah. Yeah, so. All right, did I explain that? Okay, good. Good. I'm getting the responses now. So now, that is pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Any minute of your life, you can write the program and says, here's the program that you write. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Put your feet on the path to do exactly that and watch the positive things that happen in your life. Good stuff, okay? So now, pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, here's how easy it is. That toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer. You use a timer throughout this exercise of teaching patience to your toddler. Put yourself on the timer, 5 minutes. Do that several times at 5 minutes, and then stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times at 10 minutes, all the way up to an hour. Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. You see? Now, Spirit came to me and told me, oh, and it's a wonderful thing to have a patient toddler. I can't even explain that enough, okay? Yeah, you'll be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Spirit came to me and told me, Joyce, you can tell your viewers how they can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Okay, now you need a piece of paper and something to write with. I'm stirring my tea up here. So you need a pencil, a whatever, paper and something to write with. And I'm going to give you 10 seconds to go and get it if you don't have it. While I drink my tea, I'm going to be counting to 10, and then I'll be back to tell you what this exercise is. It's fun. It's cute. I like it. Excuse me. This is rosemary tea with nettle tea, sweetened with honey, coconut oil. I drink it too. I also eat it. I make brownies, and I put coconut oil, melted butter in my brownies. So now, on that piece of paper, write down the time it is right now, no matter what your time zone is. Share the live, y'all. I've still got quite a bit of time on here. 5:30, 5:35 or so. Write down the present time. Put the paper away. Some point later, doesn't matter how long, try to guess the time at that point. Do that many times a day. You will teach yourself how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. You'll get better and better because you will become aware of the second hand. We all are getting closer to death, okay? When that second hand keeps moving, you see, you will tune into the second hand moving, you see? That's what you're going to be doing. I do it. I don't need any tools now. I've been doing it for a long time. And another thing to do, if you use an alarm clock, try to guess. If you wake up before the alarm goes off, try to guess what time it is. And you'll get better and better. So now, if you are 10 years old or older, can you use that exercise? Come on, give me some responses. Can you use that exercise? I now have 66 people on here. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Ah, good. Teaches you how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. It tunes you into the ticking of the clock. Okay? Oh, good. Yes. All right, good deal. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are 10 years old or older, you can teach yourself patience. You can increase your own level of patience. Write a program. Say it out loud. I am teaching myself how to wait. I am learning how to increase my level of patience. I am teaching myself whatever it is that you are fiending for, make yourself wait. I'm teaching myself how to wait. Make yourself wait. And if it's something that you would normally give yourself immediate gratification for, make yourself wait. Don't give in. Make yourself wait. That is how you teach yourself patience. Make yourself wait. If you're 10 years old or older, you can do that on your own. And if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that's fabulous. Wonderful thing to have happen to you. Okay? Yeah, it's great. Now, also, if you are raising toddlers, I highly recommend this book. I'm an author as well. Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish. Madre Docena. I don't speak Spanish, so can't say the rest of it. But this one, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile, goodshortbooks.com. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire, for real. And it says Mother's Dozen, that's 12, an easy recipe. So recipe suggests that there are ingredients, and there are 12 ingredients in this book. And the 12th one is patience. That's why I talk about patience, and I talk about this book when I'm talking about increase your level of patience. And I talk about teaching patience to a toddler. And this book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. A lot of y'all are, the job of parents is to raise children, to put them out into the world, and they are able to stand on their own 2 feet. You don't raise kids to be dependent on you. You don't raise kids to be followers. You raise kids to be independent. And this book will guide you into doing just that. I'm going to read the foreword, the first paragraph. The foreword was written by Reverend Cecil, the late Reverend Cecil L. Murray. He died last year. The senior pastor of one of the biggest churches out here in LA. We live right outside of Pasadena, California, me and Pap do. And Reverend Murray, here's his foreword right here. I'm just going to read the first paragraph of his foreword. He says, Mother's Dozen is a handbook of excellence in raising children. It systematizes the rules passed from generation to generation regarding preparing children for the world to come. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. You must have chores for your kids from the time they are like maybe 3 years old. And I don't even say 3. I think crawling. They can put toys away. Don't go around cleaning up behind them. They clean up behind themselves. If they're old enough to put it down there on the floor, they're old enough to put it in whatever the toy chest is. You should not be picking up behind your toddlers. If they mess up, then they got to clean up. That's the way you teach them, okay? So now, enough of that. This book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. Now, pillar number 3. I told y'all if you're 10 years old, I told you how to do it too, how you increase your own level of patience. Pillar number 3 is stay calm. Stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm, y'all. You lose your power when you become angry. So don't do that to yourself. Now, Spirit came to me and told me, that Spirit gives me all these helpful hand visuals, y'all. I don't make them up. Spirit told me to use the word neurons in my live, in one of my TikTok lives this year. And I had never used the word neurons before. I knew it was associated with the brain. But Spirit was telling me about this helpful hand visual for when you're calm, as opposed to then Spirit gave me a helpful hand visual for when you are angry. Oh, yes, definitely. Connie, there are books for children. We have children's books as well as, and I'm going to read y'all the genres that we have. The books are very affordable, $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. Okay, we're not trying to break anybody, but we want, my sister and I, there are 11 nonfiction books, nonfiction, at goodshortbooks.com, and the link is in my profile. So I'll get back to pillar number 3, but I'm going to read y'all the genres. Memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales, bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm a breast cancer survivor, a breast cancer victor. And I wrote a book about my breast cancer journey. And here it is. A breast cancer journey to greater joy, taking the fear and mystery out of a breast cancer diagnosis. Okay? It's 60 pages. It's $12.99 at goodshortbooks.com. And I wrote about the journey that I had. And it is very highly reviewed, y'all. So I'm going to be, at one of my lives, I'm just going to talk about the books for maybe 10, 15 minutes. So I got to decide on what I'm going to do with that. Because the books are flying off the shelves, y'all, because people are coming onto my lives and they are learning about the books. So they will inspire you. They will delight you. They will entertain you. They will motivate you. They will encourage you. All of these good things, okay? So check it out, y'all. And they make wonderful gifts. Now, pillar number 3, our spirit was telling me about staying calm as opposed to becoming angry. So here's what your neurons are doing in your head, okay? They are gliding past each other. They are communicating with each other, you know? So this is what they should be doing. You're calm. Here's what Spirit showed me. The helpful hand visual for when you become angry. Here's what they do. Look, 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 y'all. So Spirit gave me those helpful hand visuals while I was doing my lives. Later that night, Spirit came back to me. Here's my hand. Spirit came back to me and told me, look up what neurons do. I obeyed. I Googled it. And here's what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That's why you cannot think straight when you are angry, when you are frustrated. That is why you cannot make good choices or good decisions when you are frustrated, when you are upset, when you are angry. You see? So do yourself a favor and stay calm. Stay calm, y'all. When you start becoming angry, think about your neurons. You don't want them to be doing this. You want them to be doing this. You see? Now, that was a helpful hand visual. Did I communicate that effectively for y'all? From my mind to y'all's mind? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Give me some responses. Did I communicate that effectively from my mind to y'all's mind? Good. Good. Yeah, think about your neurons. Papa's still talking about his neurons. And I did this earlier in the year with the neurons. Good deal. Oh, good deal. So think about them. Think about your neurons. Now, pillar number 4. It's only 4 pillars. The last one, pillar number 4. Okay. I like that comment. I did. I read the screenshots to Pat when he gets up. So now, pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, panic, anxiety, anger, frustration, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. That's it. This too shall pass. Nothing in life is permanent. No situation is permanent. No scenario is permanent. Nothing. We even use the word pass when we're talking about death. We'll say, he passed last week. She passed yesterday. You see? So nothing is permanent. The next time your mama is chewing you out, or the next time your daddy is chewing you out, remember that they cannot read your mind, okay? So be sitting there or standing there getting chewed out and thinking to yourself, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. This too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Yeah, this too shall pass. That saying is older than I am. Somebody said their grandma said it. That saying is older than I am. I'm 81 years old. I don't know how old it is. Okay, this too shall pass. I use it all the time. It gets me through all kinds of ugliness. You see? Yeah. So now I'm turning. Y'all making me turn into a grammar queen, which I already am. This comma too, TOO comma, shall pass, period. If anybody wants to type it out, this comma too, TOO comma, shall pass, PASS, period. Okay. So now this too shall pass. Remember that. Anytime you get into an ugly situation, it's not going to last forever. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now, that's the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I told y'all how you do that. You do it by writing a program, and the program that you write says this. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And put your feet on that path to do just that. A negative attitude, nothing good ever comes from a negative attitude. So why have one? What purpose does it serve to have one? Yep, that's correct. Everybody that's typing it out, that is correct. This comma, too, comma, shall pass, PASS. And 2 is TOO, okay. All right, so now, those are the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude, and I told you how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're raising toddlers, I told you how to teach toddlers patience. And if you're 10 years old or older, I told you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. Pillar number 3, stay calm. There is tremendous power, y'all, in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you start to become angry. You can feel it sometimes. You know, you don't feel right. I don't, you know what I'm talking about. That's pillar number 3, stay calm. Then pillar number 4, I told you, remember those 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, all of that stuff. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. All right, thank y'all for joining my live. And if you got something out of it, do a video or a post and tag me. Tell people what you got out of the advice that I share. Help me to spread the word. And if you think that this is something that a lot more people should know or should hear, I really think so. As an author, my mission statement is I write books that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. And as a live creator, my mission statement is the same. I do lives that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. So I do lives that will help you to undifficult your life. Now, did the advice that I shared help y'all to undifficult y'all's lives to any extent? Come on, give me some responses. Come on, give me some responses. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Be quicker with your responses as quickly as you can. Good. Thank you. Come on. Oh, you're very welcome. Great. So, help me spread the word, y'all. Now, I close my lives with this book. Good. Thank you. My simple quotes to live by. It's 90 pages. It's 167 quotes that I coined. And it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. Okay. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. And that quote states, "Never lose your hope and faith." Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. Yep. So that's what I said. I didn't know I was coining a quote, and I don't remember saying it. But I'm going to read y'all a quote now that I wrote this book in 2000, I think it's 11. Nope, 2013. Now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I do remember coining, and I did know that I was coining a quote. So here is the quote that I'm going to. Now I entered a contest. I entered this quote contest. It was for a calendar, and so they needed 12 quotes. So I coined the quote, and then I submitted it to the contest, and it won as one of 12 for the calendar out of over 5,000 entries. Over 5,000 entries. Hey, Kyle. And I posted to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here's the quote. "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream." I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams, people. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can. Thank you. And you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's, but do chase your dream. Or dreams. In some cases, you got more than one. Now, the way this book is formatted, thank you. It's 90 pages. It's $7.99, but it's formatted. The quotes are in all caps, 2 quotes per page, separated by a black and white picture. So this book is 90 pages, and this is what's on page 90, the end. Oh, yeah, I love that quote. So now I'm going to open the floor up, and y'all can toss out page numbers 6 to 89, and I will read the 2 quotes on the page to give y'all a taste of what these quotes are all about. And I coined every last one of them. And "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught," that's on page 11. So don't say page 11 unless you want me to shout out page numbers, and I'll read the 2 quotes on the page. In the meantime, I want to thank y'all for joining my lives. I hope that y'all will implement these 4 pillars in your life. And I hope y'all see how interconnected they all are. When you develop and maintain a positive attitude, it will cause you to want to increase your level of patience, to want to stay calm, and to remember those words, "This too shall pass." Okay, page 11 for Carson. Oh, I like that name, Carson. Page 11 at the top. "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream." At the bottom of page 11, "A marriage license is not a certificate of ownership." Okay, page 12. Can y'all, my moderators, can y'all pin those for me, those page numbers? Okay, page 12. At the top of page 12, "Strive for excellence, not perfection." At the bottom of page 12, if they serve no other purpose, unkind people show you how not to be. Can y'all live by those quotes? Okay. Page 18. Okay, thanks, Kyle. At the top of page 18, do things that put you on God's good list. At the bottom of page 18, today's children are tomorrow's teachers. Instruct them well. Okay. Page 22 for Luna. At the top of page 22, yesterday is gone, but we can take the reins of today, of right now. At the bottom of page 22, do you act as though you value things more than you value people? Can y'all live by those quotes? You got any more page numbers for me? I hope you enjoyed those quotes that I did read. Okay. Page 13. At the top of page 13, if you were on your deathbed, what would you wish you had or had not done? Do it or stop it now. At the bottom of page 13, your words can be like rose petals or razor blades. Okay, this is page 37 for Frank. At the top of page 37, listen carefully to what comes out of your own mouth. At the bottom of page 37, don't try to make dishonesty look good. Y'all live by those quotes? Okay, page 37. All right, I got time for another couple, but like I told y'all, if y'all enjoyed my live, if y'all got something out of it, you can do a video or a post and tag me and help me spread the word. If you enjoyed it, yeah, you're very welcome. Okay, y'all, I will be back tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Take care. Use the pillars, the 4 pillars.